Yes, sir. It's your boy B Hayes. We back with another one, guys. Before we get into it, let's give this video a thumbs up. If you're new around here, you already know what to do. So AMC, we ended today at $16.91. Pretty much a draw of a day. Didn't give back any gains, didn't gain any gains. So we still had a better day in the market than most, though, because AMC outperformed the entire market, guys. Even experienced the rough patches that we're experiencing right now. The market being very uncertain. A lot of people still is on edge, on fear. Don't know if they want to pull out their holdings and wait or to the market actually bottom out or what, guys. So it's a lot of fear out there, and the market authors and illustrators, they're not doing anything better to help the situation. They're trying to continue to push that agenda that you need to be fearful, that you should be scared, that the market is coming down another 50% on top of the 70% that it already dropped. Not saying the market overall dropped that, just saying individual stocks. If these individual high growth large cap companies drop another huge percentage, 30, 40, 50%, the price of that they're gonna be in a single digit numbers. These couple $100 a share companies gonna be trading in the single digits. I don't think that's gonna happen, guys. Judging by what the authors and the illustrations of these media outlets and stuff, what they putting out for the masses to see, as if we is about to get worse than what we already experienced. I know it, guys. I know we've been going through this pain. I know you tired of hearing it, but I don't think it's gonna be as bad as everybody claiming it to be. I'm just being real, and the only reason I believe that is because of the simple fact that even with all of this that's going on, the economy is still going to be thriving. People is still going to be spending way more money than they should be. A lot of people is getting helped on game, and they trying to budget more and be more conservative with their money. But this new generation is not thinking about next week, next month, next year. They thinking about today. Instant gratification, instant spending. So a lot of people is still spending like it ain't no tomorrow. They ain't worried about inflation, none of that. So with that being said, I still believe the economy is going to be thriving regardless of what's going on in the economy. And this is just something that they do every so often to try and put fear, try to make a shift happen within the world, guys. So I wouldn't be too caught up in everything that the media is talking, too much what anybody is talking, YouTubers, myself, or anything, which I'm kind of talking differently from everybody else, because of what I see is a lot of people, it isn't done yet, get ready for another 40% drop, get ready for this, another 20% drop, bankers expecting this, analysts expecting that. Nah, I believe the worst has done happened. If anything else do happen, it'll be not much, another 2%, 3%, maybe 4% at the most. I don't think this thing is going too much lower, guys. I just don't see it happening. And if it does, your boy is always prepared, guys. I'm ready to give up a lot of things in order to acquire assets. So I don't know who they think they trying to play this time around, because a lot of people that was uneducated whenever the pandemic crash happened back in March 2020, a lot of people was like, I'm not going to miss no other crash. After that little crash happened, 3-4 months later, those same companies that got hit hard done recovered by 30-40%, even though they end up going right back down, going in towards the end of early 2021 and then going into 2020. As we see, like I say though, guys, I don't believe this thing is going to get too much more hectic. We done experienced the worst of the worst. Whatever else they can bring to the table, tell them to bring it. We gonna be prepared, because like I told you guys, if it comes down to it, this is when people get the riches, and markets like we experiencing now, the drop. A lot of people like to just be around when the money is rolling in, whenever we running up, whenever it's oversaturated. But many like to stick around whenever the rough patches come about, whenever the drop come about, whenever people is in fear. But this is when people really make the bag. This is when they make the biggest bags. So you better be prepared and ready. This is just what I'll be doing if it get worse than what it's at, because that's what they saying. But Hayes saying, nah, they about to run this market back up, even when it don't supposed to be running up, just because they can't drop it a little bit lower from where it's already at. And once they run it up, they'll then drop it back down. And you'll say, well, Hayes, the market's still dropping. But actuality, we done had 3-4 spikes. We done ran back up during times where we shouldn't be running up. So how is the economy at such a crazy, catastrophic, different events going on? COVID, the war, inflation, interest rates, all these things is going on. How is it so bad that it's harming us, but we still able to get buying pressure and spikes and run up crazily, artificially, when we, if y'all say we shouldn't be, if that you get what I'm saying? So don't be spiking up the price. Don't be running up the price if it's that bad. We should be running. We should be bleeding until COVID is ended. Inflation has caught up with interest rates, interest hikes, and to all this stuff has caught up with each other. The balance sheets has been shrinking to help tame inflation as well. COVID has stopped, and y'all, got a cure for that, however the case may be, which, I ain't even gonna go into that. We know that, fake. Anyway, like, little different stuff, guys. Once all this stuff start coming together, coming about, getting back up, then we could possibly see, a turnaround in the market, green and stuff. But I'm telling you now, I almost lost my train of thought. You're going to see green and this market going back up, even in the mix of all of this, just so they can bring the market back down lower, because they don't just want to keep dropping, because it's going to be at prices so good that, it's going to be like taking candy from a baby, literally. Even though you bleeding, you down, only way you're going to be harmed the most and can't get back right off this or really make nothing out of this situation is if you over leverage. What I always talk about, being over leveraged, having all your money in one basket, all in the market, that YOLO, you only live once. And now when the best opportunity to get rich in history come about, you not even prepared. You don't even got no money left. You done spent all your funds. You broke now. So they're the only people that ain't going to be able to really take advantage and know what type of situation is coming about here. Because bring the market down lower if that's what you want to do. I'm ready to buy more shares. I'm ready to sell something. I ain't even got to sell nothing. We still got cash, but I'm saying if it come to that point to where, it's worth it to sell that and get 5 figures to put in this stock. Because I already know what it's about to do. It's down 70-80%. I already know what it's about to do. So you get what I'm saying, guys? That's where I'm going with this. And AMC, GME should be soaring during these times, guys, especially with the market, the economy being on edge, all this uncertainty and fear. The whole meme sector should be soaring due to the fact that these stocks is on a whole different ball game than these fundamentally traded companies. So you already know, guys. And another reason why they spiking up the price like that is running up some of these stocks before it's truly bottoming out and just letting the market come down with no spikes, knowing that theoretically we shouldn't see no spikes and no buying pressure if it's so much fear and all this going on, right? But we still gonna spike it. We still gonna run up the price just so day traders, even if you ain't a day trader, a lot of people is becoming day trader or short-term traders just because of the price movements that we experienced and we ain't never really experienced before. These big large cap companies being down significant amounts, people is taking risks to get in and get out, but they steady losing because these spikes that's happening is not sustainable. They happening quickly, right back bleeding, drought, bear market. So with them spikes coming, that's making a lot of people lose their capital. So as they lose their capital, whenever the bottom of the market does come, they don't got no more money because they done spent it trying to day trade the market because of all this, what's going on. So you already know, guys, read between the lines. You already know what's going on, man. They trying to get you, man. Hold the line. Don't waste your money doing no crazy stuff. Be smart, man. So you already know. That's all I got. I love y'all. Add me on Instagram at the B Hayes Show, and we out. We gone.